What's good? We about to tap into another Benny Johnson video. We gonna see what CNN they always make up fake news and news lines and headlines. Come on, man. You trying to just make this the narrative, man. Come on. We about to tap in. Let's tap in.
Let's say you're fighting a war and you have lost. You have been conquered on all fronts. You've lost all your territory. You are losing badly, and you have now retreated to your last little mountain fortress, your last defensive line against your enemy. You have one last stand. How hard would you defend that little fortress? How desperate would you get in the defense? How dirty would your tricks become to just save that one place? And that's exactly where Democrats are right now with this CNN debate this week. This is the last stand for Joe Biden. Without this debate, or if Joe Biden just absolutely bombs in this debate, and it is a dumpster fire, tire fire, Biden craps himself, it's done. It's finished. They switch him out, and they
Nah, Biden is done. He's over with, bro. Like, nobody wants that man in office. They want Trump back in office, man. Say Trump 2024, you know what I mean? Because I feel like Trump is going to end up back in office. Like Biden, like, nah, man. Biden just old news, man. He really is old news for real. Get that man out of office.
They literally throw Joe Biden into the trash compactor, and they try desperately to get the next candidate. This is it. This is the last line of defense. CNN is the last line of defense around Joe Biden. So CNN is getting desperate now to defend Joe Biden, and they're doing desperate things. Like this morning, they had Trump's spokesperson, the official campaign spokesperson, somebody who's a friend of our show, Caroline Levitt, on air. And they decided to cut her mic and kick her off air. Why? Oh, I'll tell you why. Because she was critical of CNN. CNN's the only reason that you have a Joe Biden residency right now in the White House. CNN propped up, along with their corporate media, calm patriots, they propped up Joe Biden. They decided to either report or not report on some of the biggest stories in American history. And they psyoped and rigged the 2020 election for the American public and got Joe Biden across the finish line. And then turned their heads the other way and said, the deed is done. And so now CNN must defend their work. They must defend their embarrassment of a presidential administration. And they are desperate to defend themselves as well in all of this because they are complicit. And so check out this clip. And this is the clip of Casey Hunt, who is the anchor here, literally cutting the mic of Donald Trump's press secretary for saying true things. And we can prove it. Let's watch.
Turn back now to the 2024 race, this week's highly anticipated presidential debate between Joe Biden and Donald Trump. It's going to be right here on CNN. Each candidate preparing in their own way. Biden is huddled with a close circle of advisors at Camp David. Donald Trump was bouncing ideas off the crowd at his Saturday rally in Philadelphia. Both, of course,
epic,
working towards this showdown with a memory of the...
I like it here. It's mine. The prices blow my mind.
Saturday rally in Philadelphia. Both, of course,
epic,
working towards this showdown with a memory of the 2020 debate that, just want to remind you, sounded like this.
I just want to make sure. I want to make sure.
You ordered last in your class night first.
I want to make sure.
Trump clowning that man, boy. Trump on that man head for real.
President, can you let him finish, sir?
Yeah. Joining me now is Caroline Levitt. She is Trump campaign national press secretary. Caroline, thanks very much for being here on the show. We played that to remind everyone that was some of what they saw on the debate stage in 2020. Of course, President Trump went on to lose that election to Joe Biden. Can you tell us what Donald Trump is going to do differently on the debate stage this time?
Sure. Well, President Trump is well prepared ahead of Thursday's debates. Unlike Joe Biden, he doesn't have to hide away and have his advisors tell him what to say. President Trump knows what he wants to say, and he's going to relay his vision to the American people to make this country strong, safe, secure, and wealthy again. He's been doing that across this great nation to all corners of this country. That's why he was in Detroit, Michigan last week. He was in Philadelphia for a big rally on Saturday night, and that's why President Trump is knowingly going into a hostile environment on this very network on CNN with debate moderators who have made their opinions about him very well known over the past 8 years and their biased coverage of him. So President Trump is willing to bring his message to every corner of this country, to voters, to ensure that he wins this election in November. He looks forward to doing that, and I know the American public look forward to hearing from him.
So I'll just say my colleagues Jake Tapper and Dana Bash have acquitted themselves as professionals as they have covered campaigns and interviewed candidates from all sides of the aisle. I'll also say that if you talk to analysts of debates previous, that if you're attacking the moderators, you're usually losing. So I really want to focus in on what these two men are going to do and say when they stand on the stage. Now we have a little bit of what Donald Trump.
Biden ain't gonna know what to say, man. That man already about to be out, man. He about to be out of it, man. Because Biden, man, I feel like everything went up because of Biden, like the inflation and everything. Like, I'm like, bro, the gas prices went up too when Biden became in office. I'm like, man, people really not waking up to the fact of Biden really not, he's not making no noise in office, man. Like, come on, man, y'all gotta wake up. You know what I mean? But some people already woke up. They already been tapped into what Trump is. You know what I mean? You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on now.
Your boss has said in trying to set expectations for this debate. I want to play a series of his comments, and then we'll talk about it. Watch.
Well, maybe I'm better off losing the debate. I'll make sure he says I'll lose the debate on purpose. Maybe I'll do something like that. I assume he's going to be somebody that will be a worthy debater. Should I be tough and nasty and just say you're the worst president in history? Or should I be nice and calm and let him speak?
So he's basically saying there, well, will I let Joe Biden win? It does seem as though many Republicans have set the bar very low in terms of arguing that Joe Biden is basically senile. Now you have people like Doug Burgum coming out and saying, well, President Biden's very accomplished, trying to set expectations in a different place. What do you expect from Joe Biden?
Well, first of all, it would take someone 5 minutes to Google Jake Tapper, Donald Trump, to see that Jake Tapper has consistently
we're going to stop this interview if you're going to keep attacking my colleagues.
Adolf Hitler.
Ma'am, I'm going to stop this interview if you continue to attack my colleagues. I would like to talk.
Dang. Oh, snap. See, it is, boy. It really is getting debatable, ain't it? It's getting a little beefy, ain't it? Dang, I did not expect that. What the... Dang, she tried to cut her off. She said, don't talk off topic, stay on topic. Dang, I did not know they was this savage and this feisty on CNN. Dang, I did not know that. Dang.
Joe Biden and Donald Trump, who you work for.
Yes.
If you are here to speak on his behalf, I'm willing to have this conversation.
I am stating facts that your colleagues have stated in the past.
Okay,
now,
I'm sorry, guys. We're going to come back out to the panel. Caroline, thank you very much for your time. You are welcome to come back at any point. She is welcome to come back and speak about Donald Trump. And Donald Trump will have equal time to Joe Biden when they both join us now later this week in Atlanta for this debate. Our thanks to Caroline.
Listen, she's hyperventilating. Oh, how prickly is CNN right now? How defensive is CNN right now? Look at these headlines. CNN abruptly takes Trump campaign spokesperson off the air. Mid-interview, his network is set to host first presidential debate. What a terrible look. Here's from the Daily Mail. CNN host Casey Hunt cuts off interview with Trump press secretary. She was only able to answer one question. after attacking debate moderator Jake Tapper. Jake Tapper attacks Trump.
Watch Donald Trump attempt
Listen to
to
this.
turn
This is just
his
a-
arrest
this
and
is a
indictment
small-
into some sort of campaign
small sample.
commercial. The folks in the control room, I don't need to see any more of that. He's trying to turn this, and he's trying to turn it into a spectacle, into a campaign ad. That's enough of that. We've seen it already. Here he is right now under my voice. You hear him repeating his anti-immigrant rhetoric. President Trump, now in quarantine, has become a symbol of his own failures. He is running the single most negative, sleazy campaign in American history for a major party candidate. If you were to open up a copy of Hitler's Mein Kampf, you would find the Nazi leader describing the mixing of non-Germans with Germans as poisoning. There's really no other way to say it. Donald Trump's language mirrors this directly. He pushes the government of the United States to use its power and credibility to justify his lies.
Look at this guy. We'll see. We'll see if this is actually the biggest mistake in modern American political history to accept this debate with CNN. We'll see. We'll see. Carolyn Levitt's been on my show, and I've asked her live about the preconditions for the debate. Drug testing and the moderators. There are much more fair people even at CNN. There are much more fair anchors at CNN than Jake Tapper and Dana Bash. Jake Tapper and Dana Bash are literal DNC plants. Do you know that Jake Tapper worked for the DNC? That was his job. He worked for Democrats.
Senator Paul, you do not know what you are talking about, quite frankly. And I want to say that
Democrats on Capitol Hill. Casey Hunt saying afterwards, you can come on my show. You respect my colleagues, period. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on, as my track record clearly shows. Hold on. Like, are your colleagues deserving of respect? What is this, like the new believe all women? Believe all CNN anchors. This is getting roasted across the internet. Preview of things to come at the debate is what most people are saying. Good start to debate week on CNN with Carolyn Levitt being kicked off the air for pointing out that Jake Tapper's clear history of bias against Donald Trump. Welcome to being kicked off CNN Broadcast Club, Carolyn. Here's a preview. Everyone's saying, yep, this is a preview of how CNN will act during the debate. Fussy, hissy, feline, effeminate.
Yeah, man, she really got her feelings about her friends or co-hosts on the show, man. Like, you know what I mean? You don't gotta be buddy. You just let the woman speak her piece. Let her speak her opinion. Like, you know what I mean? I thought this was freedom of speech. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you just gotta let people talk and give their own point of view sometimes instead of just getting sensitive and looking like a sad picture for real.
Pearl clutching. At first, I thought this was Scott Adams saying. At first, I thought this was a before and after situation where the one on the left fixed her life and became the one on the right. Oh man! Apparently, Casey Hunt also blocked Richard Grenell. So there you go. CNN anchor blocking Donald Trump's director of national intelligence. Why are they so prickly? Well, because Donald Trump is destroying Joe Biden among independents, because all of the markets show that Donald Trump is just clobbering Joe Biden in all of the swing states, and because Joe Biden is spending the entire week at Camp David before the debate. He will not be returning to the White House. Joe Biden is doing. You'd think that the president would have like stuff to do, you know, because he's just so busy. Don't we always hear that? That Joe Biden is like a little Energizer bunny, right? Nope. Going to spend the entire week preparing for this debate. They're scared, man. They're scared. And this shows how scared they actually
Donald
are.
Trump to see that Jake Tapper has consistently
we're going to stop this interview if you're going to keep attacking my colleagues. Ma'am, I'm going to stop this interview if you continue to attack my colleagues. I would like to talk about Joe Biden and Donald Trump, who you work for.
Yes.
If you are here to speak on his behalf, I'm willing to have this conversation.
I am stating facts that your colleagues have stated in the past.
Okay,
now,
I'm sorry, guys. We're going to come back out to the panel. Caroline, thank you very much for your time. You are welcome to come back at any point. She is welcome.
Yeah, sounds really welcome. Ooh, it's always a tell. When your voice goes up, when your voice gets really, really high, when you can't control yourself, you see your hands shaking there. It's gonna be one hell of a week. Oh man, American public can see it. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe to track this entire week with us. It's gonna be a wild ride. Buckle up.
Yeah, man, CNN, man, it's really a circus, man. It really is CNN because at times, man, like they don't really want to see Trump back in office, but the polls say otherwise, man. But y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think. I'm tripping, y'all agree, or what? Like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and let me know what y'all think. And
Threatened and
I'm